Every jockey, when they get into the game, you know, they all want to be a part of that history of the Gold Cup, of the Grand National. You know, every jockey wants to ride in the Grand National, every jockey wants to ride over them unique fences. You know, it's a very, very difficult race to win. Neptune Collonges, even though he was 33 to 1, I never felt like as if he was a 33 to 1 shot.
And they're off for the 2012 running of the John Smith's Grand National.
For the first lap, I knew I'd struggled because of the pace of the race. And I knew from riding the horse at home, I'd never ridden him on a racetrack. But, you know, watching his races previously, I knew he hadn't got the legs that he once had. He jumped the first 4 fences really well. And I knew then, right, I've got the horse in a nice rhythm.
According to Pete, was over in 5th, followed by Sunny Hill Boy in 6th. Calgary Bay is in 7th. Neptune Collonges is in 8th, towards the outside.
And all I had in my mind is, don't worry about the race, don't worry about the race. Rhythm, jump, rhythm, jump. The horse himself, to be fair, once we jumped the canal turn, you know, he started jumping, his jumping then got slicker, got better. And he sort of, every fence, he sort of passed 1 or 2 horses out in midair. I only really started thinking about that. I was actually in a race when I came around the canal turn and straightened up for sort of the last 6 fences turn for home.
The final fence of the Grand National, and on the outside, Sunny Hill Boy, and on the inside of him, that is Sebastian's the first 2. Neptune Collonges is battling on in 3rd.
The whole way through his career, he was a brave horse. He would literally run through a brick wall for you, that horse. And he tried like no other horse tried that day. And whether he knew where the winning post was or not, I hadn't got a clue. But he definitely got his nose down at the right time.
Sunny Hill Boy with Neptune Collonges on the outside, bearing down, racing towards the line. Sunny Hill Boy and Neptune Collonges in a head-bobbing, pulsating finish to the...
I knew it was close. I knew it was close. I said to Richie, obviously Richie McLaren was on the other horse. I said, well, what are you thinking? And I was hoping and praying that he was going to say, you've won. He didn't say a lot.
That is as close a John Smith's Grand National as you will ever see.
The photo finish, there might have been only 30 seconds for it to be announced. But I promise you now, it felt like a hell of a lot longer than that. It felt like as if it was never going to come.
There's Darryl Jacob. Has he won his Grand National? Has he come agonisingly close?
Place. First number 4, Neptune
Collonges wins the Grand National.
And then when he announced that, you know, the number, I was just, I couldn't contain myself. It was an unbelievable moment in my career, People ask me all the time, how did you feel and stuff like that, and it's very, very difficult to say how you were feeling because there's adrenaline, there's emotions, there's, you know, the success, there's everything literally is building up for that one outcry of joy there. Any jockey can say that they won a Grand National is probably the pinnacle of their career, isn't it? A lot of people will, you know, when you speak to them about like what you do and as a profession, they say, oh, I'm a jockey. You know, one of the first questions they'll ask you, have you ever ridden in the Grand National? And you can say, yeah, I have actually, and you know, I've been lucky enough to win the Grand National. All of a sudden, it's the Grand National, it catches the public's imagination.